Yo, what's up guys, it's Sela and welcome back to another R6 mobile video. And in today's video, I've got a couple tips for all the new players on how to actually get better at the game. Are you struggling to get kills? Are you struggling to rank up? I'm sure these tips are definitely gonna help you get better at the game. So if you guys are new, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe down below and turn on the post notifications. Help me reach 1,000 subscribers and let's get into the video. Tip number one for me, which isn't the most important tip, but it obviously is important, is learn how to shoot and quick peek in this game. So first of all, Rainbow Six Mobile is a shooting game, so you have to be good at shooting, but I wouldn't say it's necessarily the most important aspect of the game like it is in Call of Duty or whatever. So if I was you, just come to the shooting range and just work first of all on just trying to keep it as central as possible. Like as you can see, it was mainly there. Yeah, like look at that. That's good recoil control. You don't want to be shooting like this. That is not good at all. But yeah, just try to keep practicing shooting, trying to keep it as close as possible. Practice walking, shooting. Practice leaning and walking. Just stuff like that. Stuff that's actually gonna occur in the game. You know what I mean? Another tip for you as well, which I know a lot of people do this. Literally, I see it with my own eyes when I play. It's when someone's aiming, let's just say this is a wall, right? This is a wall. And obviously that's the enemy. And we're gonna swing the enemy like this. A lot of people, including me sometimes, you're aiming at the legs. Don't be doing that, okay? Rainbow Six Mobile is a one-shot headshot game. What that means is, if I shoot one bullet in the head, automatically dead. So, for instance, if this is the wall and we're gonna swing out, you have to aim as high as you possibly can. Obviously not here. Let's be real, chat. What I mean is try aim above, like chest and above, because if you aim in here, look how many shots it takes, right? How many shots it takes to kill him. I was like, I don't know how many shots, but you know what I mean. But look how quick this is. Just much quicker, and I didn't even hit him with the headshot there. Like, let's just say I went. It's automatic. So tip number 2, get your hit crosshair higher up, chest and head basically. And for quick peeking, I forgot to mention quick peeking. I'm not the master of quick peeking. I'm still learning that, but there's some ways you can do it. Obviously, you have to use your 2 peek buttons, as you can see. So what you can do is, basically quick peeking is trying to look and get out the way as quick as possible. So one way you could quick peek is like this. You basically start by looking inside the wall and then pressing to look out the wall, because you see how you're looking out, and then pressing back while using your joystick to move. You know what I mean? So it's basically just like that. Now obviously you have to practice, but once you get that under control, you are good to go, trust me. Another way, basically how I do it, I'd call it the lazy way of quick peeking, is I just use my joystick, but I use it really quick. You know what I mean? I just do that. Now, I wouldn't say that's the best way. This is definitely the best way because it's just much quicker, but still a good way. Now on to tip number 3 will be to learn the map layouts. I think a lot of players I play with don't understand the layout of the maps properly. And what I mean by that is when you know the layout of the maps, if you want to first of all flank, you'd know exactly where to flank. But also learning the layout of the maps will also mean you'll know where enemies are coming from if you're defending, or where enemies will be if you're attacking. So to learn the map layouts, you just have to play the game, unfortunately. You can't just spawn into playing Rainbow Six Mobile and expect to learn the map layouts. It's not gonna work. Okay, you have to play the map, play the game, sorry, and just learn the maps. Gadgets like mutes and bandits and capcons. You know, that's just the example. So I'm gonna show you how to use operators. So I'm gonna be bandit. Obviously learn to use operators as a defender and as an attacker. So someone like bandit, just because you're playing bandit, it doesn't mean, you know, you have to use. So like for instance, mute right here, put down a mute, which is obviously going to stop drones from coming in, but it's also muting this wall, which means players like Hibana or Thermite can't break and destroy this wall.
10 seconds of
As for Bandit, he's basically does the same thing, which is this. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's learned to be aggressive and when to not be aggressive. This game is not like Call of Duty. What that means is, you can't just rush and try kill everybody all the time. You sometimes have to play the game a little bit slower and also a little bit more calm and collected, but sometimes you have to be a little bit more aggressive. Like you see that guy, he was too aggressive. He obviously got the guy, but it didn't amount to anything. There we go. So like I said there, he was too aggressive. He had no intel, nothing. I knew exactly where he was because of audio, and I just wrecked him because I knew when to be aggressive and when to not be aggressive. Like this guy right here is probably gonna be aggressive, so I'm just gonna wait for him to peek.
Enemy team eliminated.
Boom, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Why audio is important? Audio is important because it's probably the most important thing in the game, actually, is hearing where enemies are or what enemies are doing. So like in the last round, I knew an enemy broke that barricade, which was this barricade. This one right here. I knew he broke that and he jumped, because you could also hear him jump. So like just learning that is super important because you can get so many kills just by listening. It's actually crazy. This game's not that tough. You don't need to be a superhuman. You don't need to be a human to understand. Tip number 6, intel is the most important thing as well. Audio and intel. What that means is using cameras, drones, etc, etc. So obviously I just walked in just because it's a public match. I know we're basically playing bots, but using intel like this is important. So now I know Bandit is here. What does that mean? That means I can just... Okay, luckily he ran, but I could just pre-fire that. Easy kill. So you're gonna come back here.
60 seconds left.
I'm gonna show you why intel is very important. Okay, it's right here. I know I can push up. That's an easy kill.
We're down to our last
Alright. And that's the important reason why you need to drone properly and why intel's properly. What I did there was I was able to just see Bandit, but I didn't realize and I didn't drone properly
30 seconds.
the whole area. Using cameras, very important. What I like to do is, first of all, look where they spawn in. So I know they're spawning here. They're obviously bots, but I know because of the map layout, they are here. What that means is they're going to be coming there. Easy kill, easy peasy. Now we can just keep looking. They obviously didn't shoot their cameras because they're bots, but look, I looked at the camera, I knew he's there. Quick peek, easy kill. Now, obviously, like I said, it's bots, so it's not going to be that easy. I know there's a guy down here. I got lucky that that guy didn't kill me. But I know there's a guy walking down here. Man, that's an easy kill. Oh dear, I died.
Just one friendly remaining.
Like I said, let me know if this has helped or not. I'm not sure if this video will help, but I'm sure it will. I really hope so. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe down
We've got some
below.
time before the
Help
shooting
me
starts.
reach 1,000
Use it wisely.
subscribers. Like I said, I really appreciate it. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.